Go walkies? Shall we go walkies? Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Hales and I'm an online fitness coach. For those of you who are not, welcome back. It is time we have a little bit of a catch up, guys. We have a lot of little things that have changed these past couple of weeks. Hybrid training is in full swing. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a Hyrox this May. Hyrox double is my first ever one, and I've been trying to merge my strength training with my running. I'm going to talk you guys through how I'm doing that at this moment in time. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a day in life with me, and we're going to go through a little bit about what my training is, how my split has changed so that I can both incorporate my running and my strength training, whilst also maintaining, of course, the hard-earned muscle tissue that I've built. With my good old breakfast. It is the trusty avocado on a bagel. You cannot go wrong. This is my staple. A little hack for you guys: I use a Laughing Cow cheese wedge instead of butter. Obviously I've got a lot of fats on here, but it's my run day today, which I'm going to take you through later. That does also mean that my expenditure is a little bit higher as I'm training for my Hyrox, and I am running, obviously doing more cardio than I ever have done before. So I want to hold on to that good earned muscle tissue, making sure it's high protein. Even though I'm not tracking and I'm intuitively eating, I am still making sure every single meal has at least 30 to 40 grams of protein in, and this just sets me up for a good day. I have got a new coffee machine, which I finally know how to work. Of course, it is always going to be an oat milk cappuccino to start my day and get me rolling. We have a lot to catch up on. Last couple of weeks have been a little bit different, a little bit tricky, and it's time that we update you a little bit more. So where do I start? I mean, it has been a bit of a whirlwind couple of weeks. Unfortunately lost a family member, which has been really tough, as well as having the flu. I feel like last time I caught up with you guys, I was in Dominican Republic, right? I was sick as a dog for like 3 days of my holiday. And I feel like I came back, like strength was starting to fly, like I was feeling really good, and then boom, got hit with another cold, and I just spent like another week last week kind of just playing catch up, doing about 2 runs, if that, two workouts, and it just wasn't like my plan, right? But that is life. Sometimes it throws lemons at you. Obviously been really tough with other things personally going on with the loss of a family member, and yeah, it's been all kinds of emotions and roller coaster, and I'm always really honest with you guys about my journey and how I manage things and how, you know, I deal with things as well. Is obviously different to how you guys deal with it, but it's my stress relief as my training, and it makes me feel good. On a positive note, I did hit a little PB. I'm going to insert my 5k PB, which was this weekend just gone. Buzzing for that, considering I've only just really started up my running again properly. I did a long run, easy run, 8k last week, and then literally the day after was when I was sick. So that was annoying. But my first 8k that I've honestly ran in like years. I was doing treadmill running a little bit, but it's just not on par with running outside. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but running outside is a whole different ball game. It is so much harder. You have the wind, you don't have the help of the treadmill. I just feel like it was 10 times harder. Kind of just incorporate my strength with my running has kind of been challenging, don't get me wrong, because when I started out the year on like a strength journey, I was like, right, I want to get as strong as possible. Then I last minute was like, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to pick Hyrox. I need a challenge. I just need something like new and exciting. And I was like, screw it. I'm just going to book it in, and no training for it. And I just really started training for it realistically like December time. And with that being said, I do a Hyrox class once a week now as well, which is super fun. Nice to just roll up, not have to think about it. It's my busiest check-in day. Obviously, being an online coach, I do have a lot of time sitting down on my butt. So sometimes it is just nice just to go to the class and they absolutely blast you and brutalize you, which is a lot of fun. So I've been doing that once a week. So current training split. It was obviously 2 leg days, upper 1, which was push, upper 2, which is pull, and then it was like a conditioning or air bike sprint, which you guys see from all my previous vlogs, that is what I've been doing for quite a while. That worked really well. No running involved at all. I was kind of using more bike sprints or like CrossFit conditioning style WODs as my form of cardio. So I still had a base level of fitness, don't get me wrong, that really helped, but actual running, I hadn't been doing actual running until literally recently. Obviously, I have to be cautious with my knees. For those of you who don't know, I basically have no real cartilage or meniscus in my knees from all of my knee surgeries, and that was the one thing that actually stopped me from running, was just it swelling every single time, which to some degree, like, it still does happen. I still ice after every single run, but most importantly, I can still run pain-free and I can still listen to my body, and I know that I can't run maybe as much as maybe I should be doing for Hyrox. I can't be running like massive 10, 12Ks and doing half marathons and all these other things that I'd actually love to do, because it's just, my knees just wouldn't like it. So I'm trying to do one longer run, so like an 8K, or one shorter run, which is a 5K, just 1 time a week. So I'm only actually running 1 time a week. I probably will pick it up to 2 times a week, heading closer to May, obviously heading closer to the Hyrox. I want to build up my engine, but I'm trying to build up my engine from my air bike. When I was an athlete, I was running every single time for PBs, to beat the times, to like, that was my style of running. So I find it really hard. I have like a 1 pace. So my pace is fast, and I go off fast. The problem is for Hyrox, it's a complete different style of training that I'm not quite used to. I do like 20-minute AMRAPs, 20-minute WODs, yeah, great, but I don't do like an hour plus of hardcore engine stuff anymore. Like I did back in the day, but that's not the point. That was a long time ago when I was an athlete. So it's now building that engine up to a place where I'm not just running for PBs all the time, as much as that pains me to say. I just do want to run for PBs. It's now training to be strong and also to be fit, which is a whole different ball game. If my surgeon knew what I was doing, he would kill me, because he told me before I started out my journey in America to go play football, he told me and told my dad that I shouldn't be playing football. If I was his daughter, he would tell me to stop playing now because of the condition of my knees, or the just amount of surgeries and injuries, ACLs, meniscus, all the surgeries that I had. He said, you should stop playing football, stop running. And that was before I even started out my journeys in America for 4 years. I mean, yeah, quite a few years down the line, probably not the best thing. I will be smart and listen to my body. You know, my knees do swell after a run short term. I ice them the next day, they're fine. It's a 24-hour thing. Is that my body saying probably shouldn't be running? Maybe. But you know what, I'm like, you're only young once, okay? I'm 30, I want to bloody finish with a bang, I want to have a smashing 30th. It's a big year this year. Wedding in July, hen in June, going to Croatia, and then also got a couple of other things. Oh, my best friend's wedding in Australia in November, so that's a big trip. So like, got all these exciting things this year, and it's like going to be a really fun, exciting year this year, plus the Hyrox. So I just want to make this year like my fittest, strongest, best ever year. And I know people probably say that every year, but like, I mean it this year. Like, I just want to get in my absolute prime condition. Like, strength at the moment is actually very good. I'm very surprised, because I thought from being sick, strength would be down, but it is good. It's just juggling both. It's like, oh my God, I said to my friend yesterday, like, my legs after running to then go and do a leg day, like, they're just not there. They're not fully recovered at the moment. Well, goals can change as you go through your journey. So if you started out in January with one goal and you've shifted towards another goal, that is okay. Today is a run day. So today is literally a run day. We're going to go and do an easy run today, because in my head I think, what's the point in doing an easy run? Like, you should just be going out and doing a fast run. You should be going as fast as you can. That was always my mindset, is like, beat this time, beat your 2-mile time. Like, that was always my mindset. But I've got to strip it back and understand that this is a different style of training. It's not a sprint. It's almost like a marathon, right? It's not how quick can you go out, it's how can your engine be maintained for this whole I mean, depends what I do Hyrox in. 110 in Hyrox. Don't hold me to this. I feel like the pressure now when I'm doing it. That's my goal. Any better than that, happy days. So this was my slow cooker spaghetti bolognese. I just took a work break to chuck this in. This is everything that I use. You can use a Dolmio jar, but I just used 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. I'll actually put on screen what I had, but all fresh ingredients. And this cooked on low for 8 hours, actually 6 hours in the end, because I didn't put it on first thing in the morning. Used a food processor just to make life easy, and it was so full of veg, healthy, and ready for me after my run. Well, I made a few mistakes today. First one is leaving my run until 5:10, where I can smell my hot pot spag bowl, and I'm literally getting hangry. I did have snacks and things. I haven't had another coffee. Maybe that's why. Maybe I need another coffee. These are just getting absolutely ruined. 5:15. Hoping to be back by 6. Oh, I feel so stiff. And you can do this on a box, a bench, whatever you want to, and just hold yourself up. You can lean forwards a little bit if you can. I swear by stretching with the bands. How I do this, by the way, is I just put it under, over and round on my foot, and then I straighten my leg. This is obviously for my hamstrings. And I just lay down and then hold it back. You can be, I don't know if you can see me, you can be super lazy and have this around your neck, so put it behind you, and sometimes I just hold it like that. Obviously make sure your leg is straight. There's no point stretching like this, that's not doing anything. Straighten your leg, obviously to where you feel the stretch in your hamstring, and then I just literally hold it like this for 60 seconds, across the body like that to get more here, and then I'll also do the insides of my groins where I come out like that, and I will straighten my leg, and I'm feeling this all now inside my groins here. When you get to 30, you feel like you're just an old woman, you're breaking, but that's even more reason to do it right. My other favourite one is for your QL. So there's this that goes all the way up the side. When you sit down a lot, it gets really tight and it can give you lower back pain, and that's something I struggled with before. So what I do is I put my legs like this, I reach over, I put one arm up, and then I hold and I reach over. You'll feel this all in here. This is one of my favourite ones, and when you sit down a lot, you will really notice how tight this muscle is. For me, this side is so much tighter than the other side. Don't know why, but that is why I have a lot of like hip impingements. I had lower back problems before, and I also had problems with this hamstring. And then when I went to see the physio, it was because I had a really tight QL. Tuck my arm under, I can kind of rotate my body a bit more and get a bit more of a stretch. Stretching the left one, and we're just gonna push it forward, put your arm up. I just feel the stretch a little bit more. Just hold it, you don't need to like bounce it. I see lots of people like bouncing their stretches. You don't need to bounce it, just hold it. This is my one, and that is Danny's one. Good morning. It is actually the next day, and as per usual, I forgot to even outro my video. So I'm actually just editing the YouTube, obviously you're watching now. I've also got to get my passport sorted. Oh my God, I didn't update you guys on my passport situation. So just before we actually, what are you eating? What are you eating? A bit of fluff? The morning we were meant to go to Dominican, I got our passports out and I was like, oh, Danny, like, I'll just check us in. Like, let's just get everything sorted. And weirdly, like, we couldn't check in online. Like, it wasn't working. I was like, oh, that's really annoying. But anyway, I was trying to just be helpful and save us a job in the morning. He put them on the bedside table. Milo decided, I don't know if you can even see, but he's decided to chew my passport, which, as you know, like, if a passport is defected, they won't let you in the country. So this was at 3 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God, what if they don't let me in the country? Like, what if they don't let me on holiday? The woman, when I got to the desk, was like looking at it, and I was like, oh my God, please do not, like, if you've cost me my holiday from chewing my passport at 3 in the morning, I'm going to be fuming. And we got there and she was like, oh, I need to go out the back and just check that it's acceptable. I was like, what? You need to check that my passport's okay. It's only a little bit, like, to be fair, it's not a massive amount, but I think any defect in a passport, some countries, some airlines don't let you in. I think I know Emirates wouldn't have let me in if it was like Dubai, so I was super lucky that where I was going let me in. But I do know that when I go on my hen to Croatia, I've also got Florida. America is so strict in June as well. They're not going to let me in, so I've got to go and get my new passport. But I'm really gutted because this was a new passport. I really want to get a new passport to then get married in a few months and then get a new passport again. So I just had an absolute disaster. I mean, to be fair, I was lucky and I was happy that I just got to go on holiday. But anyway, I'm gonna carry on finishing the editing for this video that you're watching. Milo, I actually got to go take Milo for a walk, then he's got the groomers. And then what else am I going to do today? Oh, obviously Hyrox. Just the rain constantly is so unmotivating, but it's actually finally a sunny day today, so that makes me like excited to go out, do a nice little walk. No, this YouTube is also late, so I do apologise. And like, yeah, it's been tough. Like obviously Danny lost his mum, which was brutal. It still is brutal. It still is hard. We'll have the funeral soon as well, so that's been really difficult to deal with and to try and be there for him more than anything as a priority at the moment. Anyway, I need to go walk. Oh, my dad's phoning me. That means I need to go walk the dog. I'm never late.
You are always late.
Then, well, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I need to finish my coffee. Yeah, see you in 20 minutes.
15.
20 minutes.
Right.
Who was good looking and hangs up on you? So, yeah, I need to get up, get shit done. Look, go walkies. Shall we go walkies? Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy my vlogs and what I'm doing, and if you do want to see any type of different ones, of course, always comment down below. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next vlog.